Riz. It takes years of strenuous, dedicated training before you're worthy to step inside a professional wrestling ring. But it takes even more time to develop complex, highly esteemed opinions about professional wrestling. Am I right?
That is correct. You know where we can find that?
Yes.
The Wrestling Fan.
That's right.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/awesomecast. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA, and it is the year-end edition. If you're on video, you see it's hat day. It's holiday hat day for one. I dug up an old ICP Christmas shirt. We got a tree with some wrestling decorations. We have up here, and we are ready to wrap up the year in awesomeness and tech and gadgets and geekery. With me, first of all, from Studio C in the Big D of Dormont, Pennsylvania, it is John Chichilla.
How's it going? Merry Christmas.
Oh, you have a hat. You also have a hat.
I do have a hat.
It's a Spider-Man Santa hat.
And it goes, yes, and I should have grabbed it. I have a Spider-Man Christmas sweater, too. But instead, I decided to wear the shirt that ruins all camera quality.
Yay! I think, Katie, you were with me. I think we were bugging somebody else about that when we were interviewing him in San Diego. We were just like, whoop, no,
yes.
There goes my compression. And there you go. She's uncompressed and on the air with us. Katie Dutters is with us.
Doodle bobbling. I have doodle bobbler. Santa Claus is on my head.
Doodle bobbler's on the head. I love it.
Doodle.
Awesome. So, how are you doing? I know you had a big surgery yesterday. It was on your social media.
Yes, I did. So I had what's called a fat grafting surgery, where they took some fat from a couple areas down here, and they moved it to kind of fill in some spots up top around the implants. So definitely more bruising will be coming, but yeah, definitely very sore. But doing good. Glad to be here.
Good. I'm glad it sounds like things went mostly well, and at least you're up and around today. So that's good news there. That should tell us about how well you're doing, or at least how good the pain meds are.
Yes, how good the pain meds are.
Oh, good.
The upright position and the standing positions.
It's going to be a Merry Christmas, or it's going to be a Merry Christmas. Well, if you have not partaken with us before, at the end of the year, we do like to do a little bit of a wrap up, our awesome thing of the year, the predictions, and also the public shaming of everybody that did predictions for the past year, and see what they got right. We have a couple submitted things. We have you guys in the chat room. If you are joining us live on any of the chat rooms, we're going to try to keep an eye on all of them tonight. We're even on Instagram because we've been starting to do that over the last few weeks. And if you have an awesome thing of the year, please drop that in there. If you have a prediction for 2024, please drop that in there as well. Kid Metal couldn't make it with us this evening because of some kids, I think it was a band practice or something like that. But we do have a video submission that we'll be playing earlier in the show for both of his picks. So let's get, who wants to go? Who's the most excited and needs to get their thing out there? Everybody's wanting
neither of us. Neither of us.
One of those. Neither one of you.
I could go. I'm excited about my thing. It just took me a hot minute to figure out where on earth the mute button was. I am new to Zoom. That's such a lie.
Don't we have the Zoom? Didn't I give you the Zoom button?
No, I think, wasn't it for Teams?
Oh, was it for Teams? I thought it was a Zoom thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was for Zoom.
I don't know.
Wasn't Zoom? I thought it was for Teams. Ooh, then maybe I will pull that button out again. We'll discuss that later.
That's your resolution for 24 then.
Find the button. Okay. Find the button in 2024. So these things, this has been something that I've carried with me, and I'm very excited because I've expanded my arsenal. I was given it, I purchased pens, and a lot of times you'll get a free pen in your pack, and you'll be like, oh, this is okay. It's this friction erasable clicker pen, and it was free with some other pens, and I started using it, and I carry it everywhere because it's what it does. So it's not like a normal like eraser on top of it. Essentially, it's a friction eraser. So if you write and you erase, like this generates some heat because it's kind of rubbery at the bottom, and then that way it fully erases. And it's incredible. I love this pen. And an early Christmas present from Mama Daughters was 2 sets of these pens and all of the colors. And I'm very excited about them because, actual erasable pens are awesome. And it's kind of funny because you could actually write a whole bunch of stuff on a sheet of paper and then just take a blow dryer and then and it's like disappearing ink. So you could do a fun trick like that.
Nice.
So the ink disappears because it heats up, not because you're actually like removing it from the paper?
Right. Yeah. It's like I write a thing and then I go, ooh, then I just rub it back and forth and it disappears. It's so probably hard to see.
Live demonstration.
Like live demo. But yeah, hold on. So this is awkward on the side. But yeah, you just generate the heat and it's gone. Boop.
So it's just a friction eraser.
How do you spell that?
It is.
FRIXION.
We do have a link in our handy dandy document that will be in the show notes as well. And I dropped it in most of the chat.
Yeah, but I can't click add to cart on your link.
Oh no! Really?
Which
Not
I can right now.
Because Katie bought all of them. They are not available.
No. Oh no!
Not available in stores. Only at the Dutter's household.
Only at the Dutter's household.
Oh no!
Oh no! Well, you can.
But yeah, if you look up friction pens, I think. Wow. Okay, so I definitely. Are they both out of stock? Because I bought 2 different groups.
Is it Vans?
Oh man, they are both.
Vans Stack or is it Pilot?
It's the Pilot.
It's
ones.
Pilot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I found them.
But there's some non-pilot ones as well, right? Like this is like a more of a kind, and then an exclusive thing, correct?
I don't know if they all use this type of eraser. I'm not sure. I didn't look into that. That is why this. I just can't even believe that you would just be like, any pen can do this. Missy and I are complete pen nerds.
No,
gel, I think.
That was not the intention. That was no.
You're like, any pen can erase.
No. I was understanding that it's a friction, like it's more of a friction thing, a friction heat thing than like a scrub the crap off of your paper thing, like a general eraser would be. I'm trying to understand. Listen, I'm trying to understand the science here. Okay.
No, I thought when you were like, so you can find any pen that does this.
No. Yeah.
No, Missy and I are pen nerds.
I was meant to be illustrative.
Certified.
Certified pen nerds.
Pen nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that's been another thing that I don't know if a lot of people know, but when we all travel, mostly we travel together, and then sometimes we don't travel together. And like we'll go through different airports and like we'll buy each other different gins. So I have a solid collection of pens. There's my peach butt pen, and that Missy has purchased for me, and then she has ones that I've purchased for her on our travels. So yes, it's definitely certified pen nerds.
It's been the year of pens for all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys mostly.
Diamond and fuzzies. Yeah, I got a whole fun collection thanks to Mitzi over here.
Love it. Yes, I mean we're all traveling pretty well here, so which actually gets me thinking I may have a double awesome thing of the year. So because you just reminded me of something else that's been very, very helpful, and we illustrated how helpful it's been, well, or at least how informative it has been actually. So Chilla, do you have yours lined up here?
I don't. You go first because I thought we were just doing predictions, but I will jump to
awesome thing of
I will
the
find
year.
An awesome thing of
I
the year.
want to. I want to kind of for my awesome thing of the year. I want to kind of just throw back out because we've been talking about a year or week after week of this. We've been talking about Notebook LM, and by the way, I went deep dive. I made about 6 notebooks in Notebook LM. One for this show, one for Fish Without Bait, one for some client stuff, one for the D&D group. I put every session of their campaign into a Notebook LM and said, go play with this. It's very interesting to help understanding how something like that goes. But generally, like things like that, Claude AI, I've talked about on this show. I use it very regularly for like, hey, help me generate some ideas for headlines and hashtags and things like that. Help me kind of pull what are the main points of this podcast or interview, and pulling those and saving me time for that. And I started thinking about like how, like, why is this such a great extension in the case that it is right now. And again, over the years, like I've always talked about, reminders and calendars have kind of become like an extension, offset stuff from your brain. I'm thinking of the old, like I read Getting Things Done when I started to get myself, like try to get myself better organized. Probably about 15 years ago, when I was looking at that, it talks about taking stuff out of your brain and putting it in a bucket, put it in a calendar, schedule the coffee instead of saying, let's schedule coffee. No, do it now because it's not going to happen. Things like that. Putting it into the Google Calendar, put it into the reminders, keep whatever you use. And I think this is kind of an extension of that, because one of the things that I've always had trouble with is that initial kind of inspiration, right? Where do I start from? Okay, what are the hashtags? Okay, let me go through this process here. And that is something that would hang me up a little bit when I'm doing these creative processes, or doing the right way and applying social media and SEO to them and all these kinds of things, right? Like that was like, I just kind of like tripped on it over and over again. And I'm not an expert like Katie is. So Claude and your chat GPTs and things like that have been like, again, that next, I feel, phase of that extension of your brain kind of thing. That's like, hey, I can how do I better describe this? Hey, how do I turn this into an image? Wait, what would something like this look like? And that kind of play area to be able to get a little bit more done. So I'm very, very excited about that and what it means for creative processes and working on the part of the creative process you're actually good at, right? We're good at this. We're good at making the videos. We're good at this. Maybe not all the details that have to go around that to make a YouTube video go viral or something like that, right? So that's me. It's AI, Claude, basically Claude AI and similar are my picks for the week, and definitely go investigate those things. Do you want a secondary one so I can buy you more time, Chilla?
No, you can go with me.
Okay, what do you got?
So, the funny part is, I actually I'm on my third purchase of this. So we have a lot of desks around the house, obviously, but none of them have a nice keyboard or drawer space, like a keyboard space or drawer space. So I put it in the notes there. This is I guess it's Hanoi keyboard tray, and it actually has a pull-out drawer underneath.
This reminds me of my old school desk.
Yes, but the keyboard tray is actually big enough for a full-size keyboard and your mouse, which is extremely hard to find, and it doesn't require you drilling into your desk.
Oh, it's just like the it's the are these clamps or something?
They're clamps that screw on and keep it in place.
Yeah.
And then you have the full keyboard pull out and the drawer pull out underneath. So we've like I said, I'm actually on my third one of these. Not that I've broken them, that I keep adding them to desks around the house.
Oh no. Well, that's going in the. And
I think I just convinced my neighbor to buy one too.
Okay, and they're not they're $66. There's about a 5% coupon on this, or discount on this currently over on Amazon. So no, that's very, very cool, and I am adding that to the cart for later.
And I tried to go, like after I had the first one and I liked it, I'm like, well, this is pretty good. I'm gonna try a cheaper one. Like I had a cheaper one that was metal, that screwed into the desk, that ended up falling out. Like I had another one that was a clamp style that actually wasn't wide enough to fit. Like you could only fit like a small, like one of these small keyboards and no mouse.
Like
so there's no number pad, no nothing.
And it's really kind of like one of those cramped Apple keyboard ones. Yeah.
Right. Like on my desk, I have like the big mouse and I have a big split keyboard. So, and they both fit perfectly. There's plenty of room to use the mouse as I don't have a mouse pad laying down, but it works extremely well. I'm extremely happy with it, and it's extremely wide.
Excellent. Excellent. Go check that out. We'll have the link in there as well. And what was that called again?
It's the Hanoi, Hun or HUANUO keyboard tray with pull-out drawer under desk.
All these descriptive terms on these things, they're so ridiculous. So I'm jumping over because I realized I lost my chat room for the Facebook.
And the clamps are mounted on the outside, which is what makes it to me wider. Because if they were on the inside, they'd be in the way of everything on the left and right too.
Absolutely. Awesome. So, and we do have a submission from Kid Mental. Let me get over to the proper video. I have a sequence here. So let's see what he's got to say. And I think he's in the chat room too.
That came out wrong. Out...
Well, I did these in the wrong order. I knew it. I knew I was going to do it in the wrong order.
What is more awesome than SimCity for Windows? Let me see. Still got this. I have no idea why I still have it. It's like look at the
big manual.
Oh my gosh.
Look how many pages this is. Like about 70 pages. And look.
Oh my God!
You're wondering. This
it's a
is
5.5
floppy. Of course, y'all know it's a floppy. Of course, but you can't run it without this. You can't run it without this, baby.
He has the drive.
It's still. Look at that. I gotta put that in my computer, so I can run some old school SimCity. Like I can't download it. Now, actually, my awesome thing of the week is this guy right here. This is a pickup for a kazoo. It comes with, so you got the kazoo and you got the pickup, and it comes with the wire, everything. And you can do, well, right now I have it hooked up to my Boss SY1, and you can do stuff like this. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So when I loop, I can do stuff like that with it, and it's pretty cool. Maybe I should do a quick demo. I got my thing. Let me see if I could do it.
So I think this is the one where I got goofed up a little bit because we get to the end. I think he left one of his effects on there. But he has a corrected one here.
Oh, right. It just messed up. So let me give you a proper demo of how the kazoo works, and it'll be right.
This is on the kazoo now. If you're on audio.
There it is. That's how I use it. And sorry about that.
That was awesome. So if you're on audio, like used it, and of course, you can change the pitch on things and everything too. So used it for a couple of the lines in there. So that was really cool. So thank you, Kid Mental, for getting that in there. And thanks, Kid Mental, for like coming by. He's one of the newest additions here with the Awesome Cast. And I think it's brought a lot of fun energy to the show and some other stuff, because I love that we're from different worlds. Video, social, tech. What do I call what you do, Chilla? I guess it's officially a gadget guru at the beginning of the show, but I love these different angles that we have going on here. So,
I mean, his kazoo looked like super professional.
It's the best looking kazoo. It's not the one that came in the cereal box like I had. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just gotten that much better. But no, that's awesome. He's hanging out on the YouTube last I knew. So maybe we'll answer your question on the kazoo. Oh man, you know what I need? My resolution is to fix this video hookup for my main camera that keeps going out. We are tearing down the studio next year for the week between when we're not doing a podcast, and all those little tweaky things that have just kind of been there for like ever since like 7 years ago when we put this together here, and we keep adding on top of we're just clearing it out. So hopefully things get a little bit cleaner here in the next year. So those are awesome things of the year. Thank you everybody who has been contributing to those. I don't think I missed any. I will double check the emails here in a moment to see if any may have slipped in here, perhaps. Who knows? As part of it's a long day and the tweets have been out there all day. So anyway, hey, thanks to everybody that is supporting the show. AwesomeCast at sorgatronmedia.com. We are typically live here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Of course, like I said, we are taking a week off for the holidays, but we'll be back first thing. I guess we'll be back January 2nd for the new year of shows with the hopefully reconfigured studio here as well. So looking forward to that and getting back into it next year. Also, thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/awesomecast. Thank you to everybody that does support the show, including our friends at the Coffee Club level. Cynthia Klosky, a long time support. Actually, everybody here has been supporting us for like basically ever, like almost from the start of whenever we started playing with Patreon, right? Michael Fedor, Matt Weller, John DeGore, Dave Podner, spouse of Bruce Julia Farah at brucejuliafarah.com. I see you out there in the chat room, sir. And everything. So thank you so much for joining us here, and thank you for supporting the show. Patreon.com/awesomecast. Also, we're going to be working on, because I know there's other platforms that have some other things that will support shows, subscriptions, something like that. So I'm going to start one of my personal projects for the week between is also going to be looking at some of those and seeing what we need to activate for wherever you may be taking in the show to help support the show as well. So thank you everybody that does and has in the past. So let's get into our predictions. Actually, no, let's not get into our predictions. We need the shame segment. I wish I had a tune for that. I haven't been playing Here's the other thing. I need a button thing for all the sounders that Kid Mental sent us, because I'm already past the point of it. But anyways, I had them loaded up and everything. I completely forgot. I just need a producer. That's what I want for Christmas, is a producer. But our predictions for 2023, I had them here, and give me a second to break them up. I guess before I get to this, I want to give an awesome thing of the year shout out to Flighty. Do you remember me talking about Flighty?
Oh yeah.
Back in the day. So, I mean, Katie, I know you know about this. I think even whenever you're flying, I think I maybe plug your stuff in, especially if I'm picking up or something, right? Flighty is a good app. It's something like $50 a year or something for the subscription. But it's been well worth it if you're a regular traveler. Chill, I know you hit the flights a good bit throughout the year as well. And they had a really nice end of the year summary. Now this is, and I looked at this posted, and then I realized, like, oh wait, this also includes all the times that Missy's gone across the country for. Oh geez, I got to mute that. Went across across the country for all of the New Japan and family flights and everything like that. 39 flights, tells you how many 4 days and 2 hours flight time. 37,000 miles, 21 airports, 6 airlines, and there was was it on here? There was something about like how many. Oh no, everybody's messaging me. There was like something about how many hours you lost in delayed flights when it was doing this. It was pretty crazy. So, but of course, Flighty is something that, and I can show you because they have a Mac OS version of the app as well. Again, it's just one of those things where you can go in and actually like plug in your flights and what's a recent one? Here's a recent flight. No. Let's just get into. Oh, I added the Bass flights, but it'll tell you everything from like what kind of plane. I know like one thing I'll call out is like, okay, this Southwest plane is a Boeing that's 15 years old. We're not going to have legroom. Is one thing that I've learned over the years traveling. Yeah, pretty accurate when I say that, right, Katie?
Oh yeah.
So,
you'll be like, no space.
they were like, hey, get ready to be crunchy on this one. So
I want to know like
What?
It's like I'm interested like which plane am I getting? Am I going to have a USB port to charge? Am I going to have an in the back of the headrest TV to watch?
Chilla, we're doing Southwest here. We're not getting that. It's literally legroom and is there Wi-Fi are the only questions I can ask. So, and I'm sorry, my camera went out again, so I'm going to have to go blind here for a little bit.
You're a ghost.
Leave it on you guys. Oh, there we go. I'm back, and I'm going to try not to move so hard. Anyways, no, it's definitely worthwhile. Download it. There's like a free trial and everything if you got a flight coming up. And I'm curious, like, and Chilla, I know you obviously, your employer puts you on better airlines than we do, but and I am my own employer, so it's my own fault. But anyways, I would be very interested if you did that regularly. Every once in a while, I'll get an American, Delta, Alaska Airlines flight. I have not noticed that information, but I'm curious to see if it is on there if you do hit some of those planes too. But that's really kind of like isn't that an airline to airline kind of situation there?
It's airline to airline, but it's based on the age of the plane within the airline too. So I wouldn't say it's even like you're always guaranteed if you fly American, you get this.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hit or miss. And I've even been like on connectors where it's like I have good tech in my seat on the first hop, but not the second or vice versa. So to me, it's very hit or miss, and it's based on the model of the plane or whatever. But I've never paid enough attention to figure it out. And where it would play for me is like I have a tech bag that I have packed, and when I get to my seat, it's kind of what I pull out once I sit down. But to your point, the amount of room you get in any seat, I don't care what airline you're on, is minimal at best. So if I could have that pre-planned out, it would make sitting down that much easier.
Excellent. Yes, of course. Potter thankfully reminded me that he did put his stuff. Oh, there goes my camera again. Here goes. I'm thinking I'm having a failing connection here. That I'll have to replace before the next show. Anyway, so we're just gonna look at Chilla drinking coffee. There you go, hot cocoa, whatever it may be going on over there.
It's great vodka.
Potter says the awesome thing is Apple is finally moving towards standards with both USB-C and RCS text support. Although I think they've been forced in both in both cases for regulations, right? So yeah. Anyways,
but I'm back. But I'll be honest with you, like, and I'm waiting for this to catch up with family members and whatnot. Like being in the Apple ecosystem, it wasn't bad from the iPhone going from 30 pin to Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, right, like we had like one, maybe two iPhones in the family and no iPads. And then like now, like I look at it like everybody has an iPad, everybody has an iPhone. Like I'm gonna have to hold on to Lightning. And the amount of time that iPads last nowadays, I'm gonna have to hold on to lightning cables for like 6 years and be in this weird travel conundrum of how many USB-C cables do I bring versus how many lightning cables do I bring versus, I don't know. I did not mind the lightning switch from 30 pin at all. I am not happy about the switch to USB-C, and I'm big. I mean, I have over here right in front of me, right? I have this device is USB-C. This device, well, is USB-C because it's a new iPhone, but like I now have cable catastrophe. I do not like the switch.
Yes. All right. So here's you ready for the shaming portion of the show? Let's see. Since Potter's only in the chat to defend himself, electrification of automobiles and periscope zoom for iPhone. I don't think the periscope happened.
Well, I don't remember what was the electrification.
Maybe you can clarify in the chat for that. So,
and is periscope zoom like? Remember the couple phones that had where like the camera shot out of the top? Is that what he was talking about?
I think that is what he's talking about. So again, he's in the chat room over on Facebook. So hopefully we get a clarification here in a moment. Dutters,
Yay!
You ready?
AI. Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
AI everywhere.
I don't know. She might have hit that one on.
I don't know. Your camera seems to disagree. I mean, you didn't see the epic walkaway shot we got when you went up to go get your fancy hat before the show.
It was neat.
That's AI. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. Like more things. Like I think it is. Like how many things say AI now that may or may not be it. At least they say they are, right? A bunch of social media apps then settle into the new top 3.
Ooh, we haven't seen that yet.
Thread.
We haven't seen a new top 3.
I mean, there's a movement. There's a it's more like everything kind of just it's spread out. You know what?
Yeah.
Wait. What is the top 3? What were the top apps over on top iPhone iOS apps of the year? That was interesting. From what I understood, let's see. Top App Store award winners celebrate the best apps. These are the winners. There was TikTok was up there. I don't think Threads was in the top or anything like that, but it definitely made a little bit of a splash. Mastodon didn't really go anywhere. Katie had a third one. I'm still using my Dunkin' Boo Cup. Hey!
I didn't even know.
2 out of 3 isn't bad.
That's hilarious. I didn't even realize that was my third prediction. But yes, it's true.
Sheila Bennett all on one. You want to guess which platform? VR, AR, death platform, death and revival. What does that mean? Did you think that AR and VR was going to die and come back with a new headset?
Yeah, I did. Which kind of is coming to, well, I think it's going to be more now 2020.
You're about 3. Well, we did get an announcement, didn't we? We got an announcement that it's going to happen. So
we got an announcement that it's going to happen. And then if you look at what Meta did with their Pro release and then completely discounting it and then coming out with Quest 3.
Okay. All right.
Actually has better guts than their Pro did at like a quarter of the cost. But I think where it's really going to take place is the Vision headset. But
Potter did clarify the periscope is kind of true because the iPhone uses the tetra prisms. So he knows more about that tech than we do.
Is that like the Tesseract?
Yeah, sure. EV, he sees stalling, so not correct. So he says no go on that. All right, here's mine. New platform becomes part of a must-use social media toolkit.
Wait, what becomes part of a must-use?
I think I was looking for the next Hootsuite. Like, what is the thing that's going to be part of a social media toolkit? Was I using CapCut yet? Can we count that? Because I pretty much use that for every platform. So
I know you didn't start using CapCut till
like
this year for sure.
Yeah, Like that's been a game changer for me for a lot of things. Between that and the text generation that happens on there, like it's been killer for me. It just, again, another one of those things that's an extension that just cuts down things that would things that used to take me 2 hours to process, like clips for this show. I can mostly get done in an hour. So like it's been pretty fantastic. Video versus static social media. I think I was looking at video kind of taking over versus the static social media, which I mean, I think it's continued to, hasn't it? I mean, Reels is everywhere, and Reels is very prominent. I found myself getting lost in Facebook Reels, mostly because they're all videos of roller coasters.
Yes, they are.
And then I send ones to Katie and say, we got to find this one.
Yep.
Or we were on this one. Or
Look at this one.
New blockchain technology. Nope, not anything applicable. It's a good technology. They just put it in the wrong place. And actually, there is stuff that's developing, but nothing has really kind of hit fire. I think if there is anything that's out there, maybe we would have heard about it if AI didn't happen, because we would have been desperate for tech news this year. So no, that's been a really big change. All right, predictions for the next year. As I look for my document, let's start with Chilla.
So mine was really interesting because mine kind of dovetails on the back end of Dutter's commentary. But I think there's going to be an issue this year with AI, and it's not going to be, the doomsday scenario or, Skynet becoming self-aware. And unless someone figures out something quickly, I think we're going to run out of compute. There's not going to be enough processing power across all of the very large-scale cloud-hosted data centers to be able to handle all of the demand on AI and the generative AI specifically, where they're rebuilding the model continuously, until someone figures out how to securely spread it to endpoints like the old SETI applications where, while your computer's not running, it's also, powering and crunching numbers for different things.
So we're all a part of the AI.
So we're sharing the compute to run the AI. So and I think there's a couple companies are on the precipice of spreading that compute out to their endpoints. And we've been talking a lot about this amongst a small group of my social friends. But I think this is going to become a real problem, which is why at Ignite this year, which I was surprised at, Microsoft started to announce their own chips and their own tech, and then additional different partnerships with NVIDIA. So I think this is going to become a real problem.
Okay. Interesting. Katie, what is yours?
Yes. Not muted. Good.
You have several in here.
I did. I decided to give you a bunch. I'm going to change this to more tech. I don't know why I just put Apple. More tech products will be pulled because intellectual property lawsuit, because I believe the Apple Watch will open the floodgates.
Yeah, if you haven't heard the news, apparently a patent over the blood, the
blood oxygen,
the blood oxygen part. So that's why it's only the newer watches, right? Somebody has a patent, and it's very interesting. They were talking about it on Office Hours today, and it turns out that Apple was about to buy them several years ago. And didn't, because they're not a consumer-facing product at the time, and this just kind of happened, didn't it? So yeah, no. You think the patent's going to be the issue, or is it going to be like something else? Or I guess
I feel like we're just going to see a lot more of these. Like if you are able to impact Apple at this level, I think we're going to see a lot more companies like who may have been silent before because they just were like, it's not worth it, may see this as, this is worth it.
There's a game plan that people can use now, right? Interesting. And next up?
I think experience with ChatGPT will start popping up on marketing job descriptions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Specifically ChatGPT. I think they're just going to be like, that's it, that we should know about these things, and it's just going to get thrown blanket across marketing job descriptions.
And very minimally, this has been starting to happen. So like the smart companies are ready to do this, and considering a few of us were at a business conference that was about like 75% about like AI and ChatGPT and how it applies to marketing and social media. Yeah, it's on its way. So
yeah.
What else you got?
I brought back an oldie but a goodie. Let's bring back We Will Finally Get a Pet Translator.
Let's do it.
We are going to be able to translate what our pets say, finally. I don't know. We
Through
have been
AI.
speaking with... Yes. I should totally add that, through
Mhm.
AI. But yeah, I feel like this is the year for the pet translator. You know, we got pets using buttons. We're going to figure out what they're saying.
I just watched an episode of Star Trek that broke down how the universal translator works.
Oh.
So it actually gets me thinking about this a little bit. My dog does have a Fitbit with a whistle, though. So, yeah, parts are there. And you got one more.
And my last one is Katie will still be using her Dunkin' Boot Cup next year.
Yes!
I was like, hey, let's go for another year with it.
Let's do it. Oh, I went away again. Oh, now I'm back. What the
Bye.
heck? I'm not even moving. Okay, we're going to work on
Ghosts.
this between shows. Anyways, so we have from Potter, his prediction is that tech pundits will be disappointed all over all Apple products in 2024, especially the iPhone 16. Nothing exciting, man. No, but I think the headset's going to be changing it. X will be almost unusable as we get towards the general election. Jeez, I didn't even think about that.
I believe that
Wrestling Twitter, please find a new platform that I can follow you to.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Elon has a meltdown and it will affect X, but only minority Tesla and no effect on SpaceX. We'll see. As a connection with that, because these conversations about Elon, what he is able to do, gets away with, whatever, have been happening on the tech podcast that I listen to, but now it has actually popped up on the John Oliver show this week, which means it's a lot closer to that general population talking about hey, he has a control of what now with no oversight from the government? Maybe we should be doing something about this. So that conversation is happening around that kind of thing. So that may lead to part of that, and I'm sure there will be a response and everything like that. So we have... I'll get to mine in a second, and but in the meantime, I do have one more video. Kid Mental actually did put his predictions in here as well. Let me make sure it's queued up properly. Here we go. Nope.
Prediction. There's going to be some big hullabaloo about the AI music in the music industry in 2024. I bet you something about to go down. Somebody probably gonna make a album or something, and they're probably gonna send a distribution, send it out to the radio and everything, and going, trying to be making plays. They're probably already doing this. You know what I mean? They're probably already having this happen, and somebody's making money off of AI music, and I really think it's gonna happen. I mean, Google just released their AI music crap, whatever. I forgot what it's called, but they sent me an email and I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. And I checked out a little bit. I mean, it's a little generic, but yeah, I mean, I think that's what's going to happen. So be on the lookout for some rampant AI music hullabaloo. Check me out on twitch.tv/kidmental music, KIDMENTAL music. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
There you go. And catch Kid Mental in 2024 here. Yeah, I feel this is inevitable. I think this happens on a lot of things, right? Is this like an extension of there was big videos about auto-tune? What was it been a decade since auto-tune's become a big thing? I remember I was watching some series. It was some music series or something that one of the streaming platforms on, and they had like the guy that was like, yeah, auto-tune's my fault. So, right? So, But yeah, it's well, yeah, I don't know. It could be something like that. So, one sec, fixing this thing. I got mine, and hopefully I'll have video for this as well in the moment. But we'll see what this finicky freaking thing is doing over here. Katie, we're just gonna be on you for the moment.
It's me. Yeah, just look at me. I'll just mouth you talk. I'll just move my mouth.
Well, I can show off a little sample of what I'm talking about because I started playing with like a new tool over here, and it's not ready. It's not ready. Did you remember Dolly when it was like really kind of creepy at first, and Mid-Journey had like too many fingers and things. So my prediction is going to be the way that we are using, like I'm using pretty regularly AI in my Photoshop to like extend pictures, change things, stuff like that. It's in the last like 2 or 3 months, it's become very useful, very realistic. It's even in like the Adobe Express, like what used to be Spark kind of situation. And I played with this. So the idea was like I uploaded like a picture, and like the idea was like, okay, there's a crowd, make the crowd move at this this thing, take turning images, creating video with prompts. I think we're in the very, very early stages. It looks better than, say, Mid-Journey did a year ago. And the idea is that you can, of course, this is actually kind of showing more images, but you can actually sit there, train it, do all this stuff, and then actually go in and generate. I think this is the right one. Yeah, here you can turn any text prompt into an image into a piece of film. So hey, I want a picture of a peacock looking at me, a volcano erupting, a ocean, a desert planet, something like that. Enter text prompt, adjust the settings, and generate. It's basically partway there. And I love they have an academy to teach you how to use this thing, So instead of me going to motion array and hoping there's an image of something I'm looking for or footage of something I'm looking for, I can actually have, like, say, a man experiencing the cosmos, a cat experiencing space or whatever, So they're getting there. I don't think it's ready. It doesn't feel right yet. But I feel like this is going to become as readily available. Like, I don't know about anybody else. I'm using Bing's image generator more than anything these days because it seems to be the most interesting thing. So that's where I'm at. I think AI video is going to be incredibly in my workflow and in a lot of people's workflows coming up here in 2024. Like, that's going to be the thing, like we are talking about right now about Photoshop and Photoshop and ChatGPTs and things like that, right? So I think that's all going to kind of come around. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I totally believe this. Did we talk about like the people that were taking the AI? They were using AI and taking the famous memes and turning them into videos?
No. What was that?
Uh-uh.
So here I'm gonna put a link in. I apologize. I thought we talked about this on the show. I'm gonna go into the show notes right now under your prediction or under partners, and so you can get to it easily. So if you go to that tweet post, I think if I explain the meme to those in the non-video audience and call it the distracted boyfriend meme.
Yes.
Oh, they turn into a video. Look at he's turning. She's turning and looking at him, and he looks back away. Okay. All right.
So, but there's like a whole collection of like they take famous memes and run them through these AI generators to make a video out of them. To the point where I think there's a certain subgenre who has taken and generated AI people and then spun them into Patreons and are now using the AI photos to then create video to upsell the Patreon subscriptions.
That's wild.
But there's a lot. I'm trying to find other example.
So and these are like those early example things, right? Like and this is not the like I can take this and actually work it into a workflow with a client, like easily, without a lot of kind of work at it, right? So
Yeah, I
that's
think
what
you're
I think.
like from a still photo. I think you're talking. You might get like 5 seconds of video.
Absolutely. And sometimes that's all you need, depending on what it is. You're doing
Mhm.
a quick cut, boom, 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 like show off piece, right? And like a buzz thing, and like that's all you need is that couple of second kind of thing, that 3-second clip, to go with the beat of the song that you're working with. So no, I think that's absolutely
Here's
usable.
another one of that same item, but
Mhm.
yeah, there. I'll have to see if I can find the tweet thread. There's a whole Twitter thread of everyone taking famous memes and turning them into
By the way, I'm looking at this.
video using AI.
The girl that's approaching us, watch her mouth towards the end. It gets kind of like. So, it's all. This is creepier, actually. So that's like there's gonna be misses, and also his eyes keep moving like past her to the other side of the frame too. I just like I don't know. Again, if you're on audio, I will retweet this on the AwesomeCast Twitter page as well. Sample two from 667. So you can go check that out if you're not on video. Wow.
Oh, have you? Oh, wait. So there's.
Oh yeah, I found I gave you a bunch, Chilla. I just put it in the doc.
Oh no.
So I found at least the Yahoo News from the UK. Like.
Oh no, these are terrible.
So
It's the cat and the ladies.
It's the what? Oh, it's the cat and the ladies.
Wait.
Oh no.
Yeah, wait till you get to the cat. Wait till you get to the cat. It's horrifying.
Why are they just
Wait,
laughing?
here's-
Oh, the hell! Why is the
So
cat talking?
Look at the one that I just put in there. It's the old Microsoft guy in front of the computer. I think it was a Microsoft thing in front of the computer.
Okay, I'm working on it.
You can see where the AI falls apart.
Are you talking about? Oh no. Just. Oh no. Oh, he turned into like a freaking what are those, like a Hindu god at the end. I just You thought the fingers were creepy on Midjourney. Wait till you see this stuff, guys. Holy crap. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Okay.
Let's go to the future.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
terrible.
So, well, we have looked into the future on what horrors await us on digital media. So there you go, Chilla. Thank you so much for informing our nightmares for the next several weeks until we return. Did you drop?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there it is.
I'm now watching videos of still frame memes that have been turned into videos.
I just go down the line. So he forgot he's doing a show. Chilla, thank you so much. At Chilla on the Twitters and Chilla579 at some other places.
John's chill on the Facebooks.
Wherever
Not
your
my
social
dad.
media.
Me.
What's your social media platform of choice for interactions right now?
I've been trying to get into Blue Sky,
Mm-hmm.
but like I can't bridge the gap on some accounts that are not there yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I'm not like I've lost interest in X, and Facebook is just too much.
Okay. Katie, where are you hanging out at these days?
Instagram. Trying to go back into Facebook more because unfortunately that's a big group of my folks are at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not on X unless I really think of something or I'm involved with something wrestling related.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Threads. I know my Toilet Tuesdays are back on Threads, which I was like, I gotta post that.
Kate Murray PGH on the Instagram and Threads. That's where you should go right now.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I'm at Sorgatron everywhere. I'm cross-posting across the thing until things settle down. So, which is what I did about 10 years ago when we were in a similar situation, right? So
Mhm.
I'm really hoping. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like we need like a PodCamp tweet up something to bring a large collective of people together to then be able to share invites or to do something to get everyone over en masse to another platform. Then we can all live there in harmony.
So we just invite all of our early Twitter friends to a meetup,
Mhm.
like the good old days. We'll actually call it.
Mhm.
Hold on, I'm going to make an event right here. We're going to make an event. It's called like, tell you what, we'll do this on Patreon. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for a wonderful 2023. Looking forward to being awesome in 2024. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome new year. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at Sorgatron.